Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. AEW Grand Slam just happened this past couple days ago, and I want to give my 2 cents real quick. I'm not even going to be here long. First of all, Johnny, are you okay? Johnny, you're okay. You okay, Johnny? Johnny, are you okay? Lord, Johnny be good. John Moxley, bruh. Hot damn. Like when I saw that match and saw the ending, I'm like, oh, that nigga, he is messed up. He is messed up. Not that the ref messed up, but she did. But count to three, motherfucker. Yeah, John Moxley was messed up on that one. Hot damn. But reports saying he's okay. Everything appears to be cool. Just got his bell rung, which, by the way, again, concussions are not nothing to play with, man. Y'all gotta stop that whole trying to be a soldier, dog. But yeah. Also, Adam Cole. Adam Cole appears to have tweaked his ankle, jumping off the ramp, a la CM Punk. It's like, what the fuck, man? Hot damn. But even with an ankle, it's probably not that severe. At worst, probably maybe he might be out a month. Actually, it makes the angle. Actually, it kind of makes things work out because now with Adam Cole probably at least on crutches for probably maybe a month. You could tell the story of both now Adam Cole and Roger Strong being in the hospital, and now he's closer to Roderick, and now MJF has to like defend his belts by himself or defend the title on his solo dolo. So actually, I think it makes the angle kind of work. I still feel actually before we get to that, let me applaud Eddie Kingston and Claudio Costanoli. I can never figure out how to say his last name. But it's like WWE, how the fuck this is why I don't be understanding. Like WWE, to have all the billions of dollars, all the money y'all do, all the resources you do, Claudio should have been looked like this. He never looked like this in WWE ever. He won the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. They even tried to have him win versus like Seth a couple of WrestleManias ago, but he never looked like a badass like he does now. Why? It's like sometimes y'all just don't be getting it, bro. Y'all don't get it. But shout out to Claudio. Shout out to Eddie Kingston, man. You can say whatever you want about Eddie Kingston, but I don't think there's one person that don't believe. Eddie Kingston believes every single thing he does for how he talks, how he walks, how he conducts himself. Like, Eddie Kingston believes everything he says and does. And for me, this was the match of the night. Great way to open the show. I'm like, they can't open the show having Eddie Kingston lose, can they? Like, I don't think that's a great way to start off the show. Like, so he did win. Finally beat Claudio. Won the ROH World title. Great match, great showing, the right call, Eddie winning. I'm not here to break down the whole show. Real quick, it's in my mind right now, so I'm gonna say it. Tony Storm. I'm lactose intolerant. I'll say that. I'm not really into I'm not into mayonnaise like that, but Tony Storm, she on the bad and somebody down bad. You know what I mean? Same thing with Saraya. Shout out to her as well. Ruby Soho, shout out to her as well. Nothing bad about anything I saw. But Tony Storm is I haven't even been watching, but all I've been seeing is Tony Storm. All these segments and interviews she's been doing, I'm like, you got to put the Tyler and capitalize on it right now. I'm sorry, Saraya. I'm sorry. You just won a title. That's cool. But at the end of the day, nobody care about you right now. They care about Tony Storm. So the fact that Tony did not win, I think that was a missed call. I do think that was a missed call. But knowing if Toni Storm is committed to this gimmick that she's doing right now, she'll be fine. But I think you need to capitalize on it. Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho. I think it was cool. It was decent. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't really watching like that. All I remember is the entrances and the finish. That's all I remember. Chris Jericho, by the way, I think it might be. Don't you think it's kind of time to retire? I think it's time. I don't want you to be Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Mick Foley out here past your prime, bro. Like, I think it's time, dog. I don't know who your dream opponent is. You probably already faced him. Maybe Bryan Danielson. I don't know. But it's time, dog. Like, you're not bad, but you clearly can't move the way you used to. And I think it's time to just, you're 50, you're 54, 55. Like, it's time, bro. It's time. So I think it needs to happen within the next year. You need to retire. But Chris Jericho won this match in a crazy finish with Guevara doing like a moonsault into a cold breaker, which is great time by Chris. And it did the spot at the end with them hugging. And as soon as, I think almost everybody, as soon as they saw Sammy and Chris hug, they're like, oh, he about to do the spot, about to do the spot, about to do the spot, about to do the spot. And it did the spot to where Sammy Guevara kicked, field goal is good, kicked Chris Jericho in the gonads. And Chris Jericho did the Shawn Michaels, slid down Sammy Guevara and fell to the ground, basically doing the finish that Chris Jericho and Michaels did at WrestleMania 19. Look how it come around, though. Exactly 20 years later. Like, man, time flies. And it's dope just to see something like that to where, man, it's just like we getting old, dog. But Sammy Guevara appears to be getting with Don Callis, and I think that's a great call. Yeah, that's all. Stone Cold. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that, son. I know I could do a better Stone Cold, but I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm about to say I thought somebody was calling me. Call me. There was another match on here, wasn't it? I already talked about John Moxley and Lucha Bro Ray. Had a good match. Of course, the finish was botched. Either way, I just hope John Moxley is in a good health. That's the only thing I care about. I know the ref messed up. Hey, things happen sometimes in pressure situations. Sometimes you panic. Should have just counted to 3 and let it be. But hey, things happen. You just know better for next time. I wish the finish wasn't him having to go up again for a power driver to count to 3, but it is what it is. But shout out to Ray with the internet. I don't even know what he called. There are too many titles in this goddamn promotion. There's a billion titles. I can't keep up with them. It's the international title or something like that. I think you should, honestly, I think you just should have kept the belt on Cassidy. But that's just me. Was another match? I don't think there's nothing that I remember or nothing I cared about. So that must have been all the matches. So main event time. Roger Strong had one of the best segments I've ever seen in a long time. Him being in a neck brace in the hospital. And it was a pretty young thing, by the way. Shout out to I still love you, pretty young thing, pretty young thing. You love me, PYT, pretty young thing. There's a nice little pretty young thing. That's I love chocolate. I'm more of a chocolate milk kind of guy. Like, I'm not really lactose intolerant. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I love chocolate milk. Yeah, that's my speed. But Roger Strong calling out for Adam Cole, and then Adam Cole being like, "Oh, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? What's happening?" And then Adam having to leave like right as soon as he got there, and the whole bed. Like, where did you get that bed from? To where Roger Strong goes like uses the bed remote to prop his upper body up, the bed up, and just it sounded like an old rickety roller coaster, like when you're going up. Like, God, how old is that bed? But genius. And then they tell the story of MJF doing MJF and Adam Cole riding into the building, getting ready for the match, and MJF cutting a promo on Samoa Joe, only for Adam Cole to get a call during the promo, and MJF is like, "For real, dog? Like, that's what we doing?" And Adam Cole on the phone talking about, "You're not gonna die, Roderick. Relax." And then they did a dope rendition of the whole Bret Hart, infamous Bret Hart segment. I don't know what you call it, vignette, but the whole Bret. But it did Max. What was it? MJF or Maxwell? I forget what it was. They redid that. I thought that was dope with MJF giving the kid the scarf and then whispering in his ear, walks away, and then the kid talks to his dad like, "I'm adopted? Is that for real?" He's our scumbag. And on to now the main event, which I thought was very solid. For me, it picked up after the commercial break, after Samoa Joe basically did a Northern Lights. I think that's what you call it. I forget. It's been so long since when I was in my video game bag, I used to know all the moves. I don't know the moves no more. I guess you could say it's low-key a FU to the apron on the outside. After that, the whole match picked up for me. I'm still trying to understand how putting somebody through a table is not a DQ, but it is what it is. I was just going with it at this point. Samoa Joe ripped up the floor mat and did a power driver on a Maxwell. Put him in the ring. 1, 2. Maxwell kicks out. A lot of babyface fire. I don't think we've seen that from Maxwell. Really, since he started to become who he's become. So it's very interesting to see him do the whole Hulk up and everything. I think that was very interesting. He still was true to his character with the eye pokes and stuff. I thought that was dope. And at the end, Adam Cole runs down and injures himself, but cheers on Maxwell, who was on a sleeper hold. And then there's a ref bump to where Adam Cole is on an apron. MJF knocks out Adam Cole off the apron, I believe. Then low blow to MJF. Muscle buster, 1, 2. Again, MJF kicks out, which I thought that was a finish. It felt like the finish. It reminded me of Money in the Bank. Was it Money in the Bank? No, SummerSlam. Yeah, it reminded me of SummerSlam when Seth Rollins got hit with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then Finn Balor did the coup de grace. I thought, oh, that's got to be it. But it wasn't it. And MJF, being true to himself again, found some type of tape or whatever, or a string, choked out Samoa Joe, and won the match by Dirty Deeds. Shout out to John Moxley. And I thought it was cool. I really feel like this is the time to take the title off Maxwell. I really feel like that. But I have enough trust in MJF and management and whoever's involved that I'm going to give it time. Again, I predicted in my Samoa Joe video where I said Samoa Joe needs to beat Maxwell. I said probably they're going to do the whole CM Punk, Summer of Punk thing to where he holds the title and they do the whole match between him and probably Adam Cole at Winter is Coming. And if MJF wins, then he gets the title and he has to get a new contract, or Adam Cole turns heel, which is still a possibility. But for me, I think Adam Cole turning heel doesn't even make sense, or MJF turning heel doesn't make sense. Again, I heard, I forget who it was, but somebody had a great idea that I didn't even think of it. I had the idea of Samoa Joe beating MJF here, but the idea of Cole being the one to beat Samoa Joe, and it's Cole who is now the champion. MJF resigns, and now it's Cole who's the guy, and now MJF is eventually probably, they tell the story of MJF looking like he's going to turn on Cole because he can't deal with Cole being the champion. I think that would be a great story. I don't know if they're going to go that route. But yeah, I think I don't know where you go from here. Really, on the heel side, I don't even know who's next in line for MJF right now. I really don't know. The best heel for me right now is Christian. I ain't gonna hold you. But the whole, I think, TNT title, he is the best. He had a promo segment at Grand Slam I thought was funny as hell, to where he challenged Darby to a triple threat match. He literally did it like, I challenge you to a triple threat match versus me and the sword. Well, I forget what his name. Something Source, whatever. Jungle Source or whatever. I thought that was hilarious. And outside of Christian, Christian is the only heel that I feel like is the best in the business right now, and I don't think he's gonna be fine. I don't think he's gonna be fine for the title. So I don't know where you go from here. Like, I don't know. I don't think you can run him and Samoa Joe back. I think he won. He lost. Technically, he lost clean. So, and he did the whole handshake deal, which I hate. I thought this would have been a perfect time to have Samoa Joe break MJF's neck or break Adam Cole's neck, something like that. But they just did the whole Ring of Honor shake the hand deal. I'm like, that's not really Samoa Joe. Like, he didn't shake CM Punk's hand. Why are you gonna shake MJF's hand? After getting choked out, by the way. That seemed weird to me. But yeah, I don't know where to go with this. Again, I feel like the call should have been Samoa Joe to win. But we'll see what happens. Solid show. And I look forward to, I forget what the next pay-per-view. I know they got Wrestle Dream, which I don't really care for. So I don't expect me to be watching that. So I think what's the next one? Like Full Gear. That's probably more my speed. I would expect to watch. But yeah. Shout out to AEW. They're moving forward, trying their best. I feel like it's still, I don't know, it's just something ain't clicking right now. Like it's just missing something. Maybe the best in the world. But what can you do? Like, comment, subscribe, share all things are the things. Welcome to the High, bitch. This is Hayes Arcade. Hayes Arcade, your hardcore casual fan. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it the long way. Yeah.
I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.